Hi, this is Sarah. Well, when I woke up this morning, it was really dark and I found out it was raining outside. Feeling really lazy, I was like sitting down, lying down on the sofa, and then I was watching TV. And one of those reality TV shows, on there, they were like, having some glass noodles with vegetables. We call it Japchae in Korean, and that's one of my favorites. So I thought that I would just make it today and eat it. As I call it, it's my favorites. I do really cook it often, and I eat it very, very often too. But one of those things that you need to prepare before you actually make japchae. For pork, we'll be marinating this pork before we cook. So it will marinate for about 20 minutes, okay? So to the pork, we will add 1 tablespoonful of soy sauce, one tablespoonful of cooking wine, and a tablespoonful of crushed garlic, and 1 sugar as well. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squeezes of ground pepper. And then swish. I'll leave this one for about 20 minutes. At the same time, you have to leave these glass noodles in water to soak for about 20 minutes too. And I will blanch the spinach in a boiling water for about 10 seconds. So. Make sure that you don't blanch too long. So once it dies down, it's already ready. So I will turn off the heat. And then rinse it thoroughly in running water. And then make sure to squeeze the excessive water thoroughly like this. Well, I used about 200 grams of spinaches, but then it seems a lot, but once it is cooked, it's not so much. It's only about this. And then before you actually put this one into the noodles, you actually need to prepare this one like you marinated the pork. And I'll put a small spoonful of Korean traditional soy sauce, and also a small spoonful of sesame oil, and actually a little bit less than 1 small spoonful of salt. Not so much, because it's going to be quite salty otherwise. And then also mix it nicely, and then leave it, and then actually put it once the noodles are ready. It smells very nice though. Like this, I will just leave it now. And here are the ingredients for the glass noodles with the vegetables. Well, for the vegetables, you could use any vegetables that you can find in your refrigerator. Actually, what I cannot really miss for my japchae is always the spinaches. I always use the spinaches for my japchae, but you don't really need to do it. Anything green would do, actually. What I use today is, as I said before, spinaches, which is already, ready, and some of the onions, and carrots, and mushrooms. So what I would do is I would cut them nicely and prepare for it. So now the vegetables are ready, and I'm going to get the wok and then cook all of them together. Actually, the key point for my japchae is in the wok, put the noodles and the sauce together and try to kind of braise it. Anyway, I will show you. So I'm going to cook the noodles now. What I'm going to do is put all the sauce in and then boil the noodles together until the water's all gone. So put the noodles in. Well, it's quite a lot. I know. It's not for one person. You know, it's kind of like several portions, like 6 to 8 people. So, mind you that it's not for me only. So, put a cup of water. Actually, I said 6 tablespoonfuls of soy sauce, but then I will just put about 5 tablespoonfuls of soy sauce first, and then I will leave 1 spoonful for, you know, the vegetables. When they cook, I need a bit of like a soy sauce too. So I'll put about 5 tablespoonfuls and then leave 1 for later. And then sugar. It's kind of corn syrup. And I'll put the sesame oil too. Once the noodles are ready, it's going to be looking very nice. I mean, like nicely golden bronzy color. You know, the noodles have to absorb the sauce, so it's going, well, the noodles are going to be tasty. Actually, you know what? While the noodles are being, you know, cooked, I'm going to cook the pork as well. And let's cook the pork too. It's very nicely well marinated, and then when you cook the pork, you have to cook it until, you know, you don't have any excessive sauce runny sauce. Yes, it seems like, you know, the pork's a lot, but that's my way of making japchae. I like, you know, japchae with a lot of pork, a lot of meat. When you actually boil the noodles, please boil the noodles in a medium-low heat. Put all the vegetables in together at once. Let's cook it together. Now the sauce in pork is almost gone. It's kind of like getting dry, right? Then the pork is actually ready. And then finally, I'm going to put, you know, the spinaches that I already prepared. The spinach is already cooked, so you don't have to cook it like, you know, for a long time. Just as if you are just mixing them together. Mix them nicely like this. And the pork too. Mix the pork and then, you know, mix them nicely like this, and it's ready actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of sesame oil more and put just a little bit of like syrup a little bit more too. Just a little bit. And also just a tiny bit. That's it. Now they're ready. Okay, ready to eat. You know what? I don't want to get fat. I mean, like these glass noodles has a lot of like carbohydrates too. So I figured that, you know, like without eating the rice would be the best option. So when I make glass noodles with the vegetables, I try to put less salt and less soy sauce. So it's not going to be that salty. If you want it as a side dishes, try like one more spoonful of soy sauce. Otherwise, it's just going to be perfect for a meal. Let me put them nicely in a bowl. Oops. I told you, these are for, 6 people. Like this. And then put the sesame seeds on top. Voila, it's ready. So, like this, the food is ready. Let me try it. I have to see whether it's going to be still tasty or not, right? Okay, mix them nicely. Just as I said, if you cook the noodles with the sauce in, then, the color of the noodles is going to be this nice. It's not going to be that sort of like silly, funny-looking, beigey glass noodles. So, looking nice, right? Let me. It is nice. Yeah, this is really tasty. I mean, I make it and I eat it and I always say that it's really super tasty, but actually it is really tasty. Try it. It can be a bit complicated and needs a bit of effort and preparation, but then it's well worth it. Also, it's not difficult. Yeah, please try and then you will love it. If you liked today's episode, please set the notification and click like and subscribe and leave some comments too. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.